I feel good. Na 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 na. I knew that. Okay. I'm the god. The boldest proclamation by Erkin. No, I'm a god. I'm the god. What does that mean? Okay. So, some thoughts. Yeah, I think there's some simple thoughts. The simple thoughts is you want triple godlike sleep, which means go through all the sleep REM cycles, insanely quiet, temperature optimized abode. And my typical thought is, ooh, look, new Toyota. Ooh, it's pretty cool. Like the new Toyota. The BZ3. That looks like the new. I think the new Lexus is gonna hit the States soon. But anyways, so man, I'm just like trying to think. Like eat like a god, sleep like a god, lift like a god. Okay, so 582 kilogram rack pull. Yeah, it's kind of a big deal. I think moving forward, it's gonna rewrite everything. So, anyways, Rev drivers are too fast. Slow down. Ate. Yeah. So the simple thoughts is, if you're to be happy, if you want to become godlike in terms of your economic leverages, yeah, Phnom Penh is the one. Look at all this construction just waiting to be magnified. 8.2x my body weight, 9x, 10x. It's gonna be cool. And actually a cool car too, with this new Mazda. It's called the EZ. It's kind of a funny name. And so yeah, just it's kind of okay. So we're currently staying at a home exchange. Like essentially a mega 2-story flat that's 4-bed, 4-bath. This place is insane. And I think you could rent the whole thing for like $1,500 a month. It's like pretty absurd what you get here in terms of prices. And like if you just want to magically 10x your income or your monies, moving here is wise. Or just put your family on the Bitcoin standard, put yourself on the Bitcoin standard. Everything is 10x, or at least minus 10x. So, some thoughts. Matte black LaFerrari, gold rims is the one. No more loser Lambos. Lambos are for look at this super turbo mini kit. Sabai! Yeah! Sad. So cute. Lady's feeding a little baby cat. Pretty cute. Alright, but anyways, so is like, bro, like Cambodia, like I cannot stress this strong enough. Like Cambodia is like hyper uber growth on steroids times infinity, and like look at this city. It's like the most beautiful city of all time. I love this city forever. I think everyone's always trying to find happiness and beauty. I think I found it here. Look at that, the Grand Mansion, that all matte black building. Grand Mansion 51, I think. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, so yeah, Phnom Penh is the one. There's no second best city. Um, and thank God for the French. I am eternally grateful to the French. Yeah, French people are. Je suis Marseillais. Shout out to Yves, Pierre, Olivier, Leica Gallery Marseille, Francois, the whole crew, all the homeboys. Je m'appelle Yves Vernon. Shout out Yves. Okay, so anyways, so I think the reason why this all matters is I think. Okay, so some thoughts. This is kind of a funny thought. I think the English language is actually toxic because there's too many weird notions in it. Ditch the English language, go more simple. What's actually very refreshing talking to young Khmer people too is like 18-year-olds, 16-year-olds, university students, is when you speak a little bit more simply, your thinking is actually much more clear. Clarity is something that's very important. And now, it seems like the trend in today's world is we tend to try to obfuscate our thinking by using shiny words. Now, if you want to map black all everything, triple map black everything, map black your thought, map black your words, just use the insanely simple words as possible. And essentially you want to speak as cleanly and directly as possible. So for example, I never ask how old are you? I say, what is your age? It's much more specific, or what year were you born, question mark. Speak to kids, speak to people like you're speaking to a 4-year-old or a 5-year-old. Look at these big ass villas. Maybe it's not a bad idea. But anyways, so I think the reason why all this matters is because it's actually not happiness that people want. I think what we desire is like insanely, extremely effing, super effing, like overlord, godlike physiological power. So it means sleeping 12 hours a night, eating 5 kilograms of meat a night. No, that's too much. Eating, all right, the new goal. I learned that tigers, we saw the nature preserve tiger thing, very highly rated. Go see there's like an Aussie foundation, like they SaveTheBears.org or something. And then we toured the wild bears in Cambodia, just like 90 minutes from Phnom Penh. Highly recommended. The tour guide was awesome. I loved it. Senka loved it too. And so essentially the vision is, I was like thinking, I'm like, man, I'm gonna be the tiger like Horang from Tekken. Actually, he's not the best character, Horang, but all Korean Americans, KP, we love Horang. Horangi, right? The Year of the Tiger, the 88 Olympics, vision, right? So as a consequence, like, what is the physiology of a tiger? It's like you're like, okay, if you ever see, okay, so the reason why you should see the tigers, right? If you ever see a real life tiger up close and personal, it is like so majestic and inspiring. How like active they are, how kind of like alert they are, and just kind of like prowling, right? And apparently they eat at least 4 kilograms of meat a day, so that's our new goal. And then they just eat once a day, and then they sleep for the next 23 hours. So it's like active for most of the day, and then sleep the rest of the day, just eat once a day. Kind of a nice formula. And actually, what's kind of interesting is the tiger is actually like kind of more interesting and impressive looking than even the. Wow, this place is about to open. This place looks pretty cool. It's even more impressive looking. Ooh, look at the camera inside. It's actually more impressive. They put this in like 2 days. It's insane. Look all the homeboys on the motorbike. So, oh, matte black linen is also the future. Shout out to Filament. Yeah, so I'm gonna start doing some research on like becoming a tiger. Also, tigers are Bitcoin orange, black, and white. Kind of a nice color scheme. So, so the first thing to know, the best colors are orange, black, and white. The colors of a tiger. Good idea. Criminals look like criminals. Yeah, don't trust me. What's also like interesting about being here in Phnom Penh, even if I was a trillionaire, I would not wish a Ferrari on my worst enemy. I'm like, where are you gonna park it, right? And actually, the truth is, I think this is a hard thing for Americans to understand too, is if you actually are really, really rich, powerful, what else, right? You don't drive yourself. And I think this is such a difficult idea to understand because it's such a difficult idea to understand because in America, to drive is considered a cultural assertion of power, but it's not. Like if you're sitting down, like you're actually in a fragile position. The real gods walk. Vibram 5-finger shoes, right? And ideally, your physiology, your body, your soul is so powerful that your legs are godlike. And also, the truth is, pretty girls like guys with godlike thighs. These thighs don't lie, right? You gotta do the thigh jiggle. Alright, what you do? This. Right? You don't do the pec dance, you do the thigh jiggle. Yeah. So stripe. I think actually if you just had a white Prius, I think then the optimal strategy is just get some matte black wrap. You get some orange high vis wrap, and then you just like put stripes on your car. Seems like a good idea. Tiger aesthetic. Tiger uppercut. Yeah, just be clever. And so, yeah, next steps forward. Yeah, essentially, don't be a dummy boy. Triple God is the goal.